Hello everyone, welcome to Community Distance Reiki. I'm Danielle Stimpson of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. I'm so glad that you are here with me today. If you're new here, welcome in. Go ahead, click that live chat button and feel free to make any requests for your personal healing that you have. We're going to start things off by building a beautiful crystal grid to support the request of everyone that is here. If you are returning, welcome back. It's wonderful to see you again, and thank you for your support. And if you're watching this on the replay, you can have just as much fun and healing at time as if you were here live. If you would like to join me live, click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss an opportunity, or check out my regular stream days and times in the description. You can also skip ahead to just the healing, usually about the 1 hour point, or where you see the lights begin to shift downward. So let's start diving in. We're going to spend this first hour building a beautiful crystal grid for all of you. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, my Reiki infused crystal line, or schedule a one-on-one session or tarot reading, go ahead and visit learnreikiphiladelphia.com or check out the links in the description. So let's take a peek at that grid already in progress. Fantastic. Let's just move this down a little bit. Here we go. So we have our mirror that's going to do a great job of deflecting any energy that's not in our highest good today. And in the middle, we have that beautiful copper spiral. Copper helps to get energy flowing, and it also helps to break up any blockages. I want to say hello to Grace and Jennifer and Patty and Key, and I hope everyone's having a good day. I know some of you aren't here live, but you left some requests for me, and I'm going to take a gander at those now. So yes, happy Friday to you too, Grace. Jen is leading a conference, and she's asking for some help with not coughing during this, and also with really kind of getting through this conference as well as possible. So let's go ahead and bring in some good stones for that. So for speaking, there's a lot of really good stones for that. Let's go ahead with some sodalite. Sodalite is wonderful for expression and everything having to do with the throat chakra. And it's also a wonderful stone to work through any feelings around grounding impulses too, if that's something you struggle with. This can help things with writing, public speaking, any time that you need to communicate and where the details of that communication are critically important. So this is sodalite. It's also a stone that I recommend for folks that are struggling with homesickness. And for your cough, there's a lot of great stones for that, for cough and cold and things. Let's see, maybe some carnelian? Yeah, let's do some carnelian. This is one that often comes out for us during our grids. So carnelian does quite a few things. It's a great one to have in your kit if you're starting in crystal healing or if you're a Reiki practitioner. So carnelian helps with everything having to do with the sacral chakra. And so that is creativity, that's relationships, not just romantic ones, but every relationships, even how we relate to our neighbors and the community that we live in. It also helps with cold, allergies, things like that, attracting romance. It also helps sexuality, sexual function and dysfunction, as well as fertility. This is, like I said, for Jen, it will really help the whole like cold, cough, upper respiratory thing, but it'll also help with the creativity that might come into that speaking. So I hope that this helps. This can be a really great one to have folks kind of coming together and working together really well, and that's always a good thing when you're leading an address or speaking at anything. And in case you can't see, I have my little kitty Gertie is all about the grid today. So she's in my lap purring. You might hear her on the mic. Cat purrs are so deeply healing. So there is carnelian. Okay. And for, hey Chris, good to see you. Everyday Asher, welcome in. Susan and Greg, wonderful to see you. Long time no see, Greg. Okay, let's see. So we have for, and Jen also wants definitely more help with coughing and removing magic done without permission. Absolutely. Red tiger eye. Very, very protective. It's probably the most protective stone I have. It's much like golden tiger eye. It becomes red because it formed in the earth nearest some iron deposits. This is highly protective of mundane stuff like bullying, triangulation, gaslighting, sexism, those kinds of things. But also in the more spiritual realms like negative magical work and things like that. This can be very, very helpful in the protection there. Also great for manifesting financial abundance in a hurry. So we will bring this in. Lots of protection and love for you. There's going to be another one too that I bring in. I just saw someone else's request, so I'm going to just skip ahead a little bit. And I see that there's a request for healing for detoxing, physical, mental, emotional, every kind of release, old stuck energies. You got it. Oh, yes, yes, Kitty, what would you like? Do you want to pick a stone? Let's see. A great detox stone is shungite. Shungite is even a stone that you may have in your water filtration system. This is one that's great for physical recovery and tissue repair. Whoop. Somebody's claw stuck in my shirt. This helps to clear the energy field. It releases really stuck energy anywhere in the body, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, spiritual. It helps to shield from EMF and geopathic stress as well. And yeah, great one for clearing the energy field. And this is great too, also for Jen's predicament, for like removing things that are not helpful. And like I said, shungite is an actual filter stone. It is known to absorb impurities from water. So, like I said, it may be in your water filtration system in your home, if you have one. So we'll bring that in. That's a really good one to help let go of that. And great. So intentions are the same. In a time of great transition, needing ethereal guidance and support, especially of finding something imperative that you know for a fact is here somewhere. Aha. Okay, good stuff. Natalia, welcome. Oh, you're welcome, Everyday Asher. Natalia, welcome in. Empowerment, gotcha. Okay. Motivation, family and court issues, gotcha. Let's go ahead and bring in Patty also asked for some support for Key. Key works in customer service, and there's some nervousness around the very special energy of St. Patrick's Day. So yeah, let's go ahead and bring this in. Aquamarine. Aquamarine is fantastic for things like forgiveness, and it's also great for deflecting pettiness, but it's a good one for deflecting I like to call it the anti-Karen stone. People that are kind of looking for an argument or looking for a fight, this can help discourage that. So if people are getting a little out of pocket, shall we say, maybe not so much with Key. Also, this is a stone that brings to mind May Justice Prevail, which definitely goes in alignment with Susan and Greg's request. So that's Aquamarine. And Empowerment 2. see what else wants to come out to play. Okay, good stuff. Red jasper is great for empowerment and also great for justice and fighting for justice. This can help everything from psychic and spiritual protection, which would help Jen, all the way down to like the mundane kinds of protection, like taking care of you and I. Emotional support for long illness. This is also thought to be helpful for anything having to do with the root chakra, which is fear and safety, basic needs, primal urges, fight or flight type stuff. But yeah, fighting for justice and standing up against bullying, encouraging, empowering. Red jasper is wonderful for all of those. We'll bring that in. That'll support a few of you. And red jasper is just one of my favorite healing stones. It can really help you feel strong and protected and ready to continue moving forward. Let's see. Ethereal guidance in a time of transition. And who else do we have here? Abundance, purpose, fulfillment, and guidance. Being in alignment with your heart's desires. Wonderful. Let's do some work around that. Let's bring in some of that etheric guidance. Let's bring in some celestite to start. Celestite is wonderful for connecting with your angels, your spirit guides, hearing them more clearly, feeling them around you, just sort of sensing their presence and knowing that they're there. It can also help with discerning fears from guidance. How many times have you had that feeling where it's like, I feel like something not so great could come of this, but I can't tell if it's that I'm just worried about it or if it's really an intuition? This is a stone that can help you suss that out. It's also great for any manner of physical pain because it works with our spiritual body, which kind of like changes our perception of pain and discomfort a little bit. So celestite for sure. Ooh, definitely some cat shedding there. I'm also going to bring in some chevron amethyst. This is great for getting messages from the spirit realm and also for sending them up. So if you're saying, spirit realm, spirit, however I understand the universe to be, this is what I need. And then hearing that response, because sometimes it's like, it's right in front of you, or it's just to your left, or are you sure you want that? This will help you hear it. It also helps with channeling, bringing through that connection to spirit. And it's great for tolerance of others as well as anything that's degenerative over time. So we'll bring this in. And let's see where we're going. Abundance, purpose, fulfillment. Gotcha. For abundance, especially for financial abundance, let's go ahead and bring in some citrine. This is definitely like financial gain and bringing in financial abundance. This will also help Susan's request for the same. This also helps to balance logic with intuition. It works with addictions and compulsions to some extent too. It can also be great for making really good and sound financial decisions, as well as it's thought to quell things like nausea. But in general, this is the financial abundance stone. So for all of those of us who are calling that in, just gonna sprinkle some through here. Hi, Sherry. Welcome in. Creativity, stability, friendship, prosperity, and love. Good one. And I'm going to bring one in, actually. So for creativity, definitely Carnelian, which is right here, these orange stones. For stability, red jasper and white howlite. Friendship, I would say peridot. Peridot is often the stone of friendship. It also is thought to help call in prosperity too. And for love, carnelian, moonstone to some extent, rose quartz also. So those are the ones that I think of. And I am going to bring in some peridot here. I know it's one of the stones Chris requested. This helps us to break up bad habits, limiting cycles, old types of ways of doing things that aren't helping us. And Monday is the equinox, so that's pretty exciting. The equinox, the spring equinox, is all about fresh starts and new beginnings. So what's better than to leave some things behind that no longer serve before you embark on that? This is also helpful for, like I said earlier, friendships, especially those friendships that appeal to the better side of yourself, the side of yourself you're trying to grow and explore. This is also a stone that's thought of for things like fidelity, as well as even things like anger and jealousy to help kind of weed those out, and also things like weight gain and depression if you're struggling with either of those kinds of things. Peridot. So we'll bring this in. Yeah. You're very welcome, Sherry. Hey, Lisa. Hope you're doing well. Let's also get some. I also wanted to bring in some cinnabar. This is for Susan in alignment with bringing in purchasers for artwork. Cinnabar, which is only really the red spots you see here. Cinnabar is actually mercury, which is why there's not a lot of it here. It's very toxic. But it was the old classic, considered the merchant stone. It's thought to attract the customers to a business, attract buyers to sellers. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here too. We'll see where it ends up. But yeah, lots of love to you, calling on some customers. Hey, Goddess Sephora, good to see you. Yes, there are stones to heal the thyroid. Let me just think on it a moment because I was just working with one yesterday. Actually, yes. I was doing some more research on sapphire, and that has a positive impact on the thyroid. Hey, W, I hope you're well. So yeah, sapphire is one that helps with channeling, connecting to spirit, hearing messages from the divine, especially if you are connecting to do any kind of mediumship type work. It can be a little ungrounding in that regard, but otherwise it's great for speedy justice. So this is one to definitely support Greg and Susan, as well as supporting the eyes and ears, which is Lisa's brother and mother. Envisioning potential in times of change, which is going to be Patty, and definitely the thyroid. So we'll bring this in. Let's see. Want to make sure we leave plenty of room. So there we go. Thank you, Patty. I'm glad you're here. I'm really glad you're here, Patty. Let's see. And yeah, there is a lot of like symmetry in everyone's connections here. It really is incredible. This is like lightning in a bottle. The group of people that tends to come out for this, absolutely love it. So supportive and encouraging. Everyone is. Let's see. Let's do some energy and focus. Let's do some Rutilated quartz. So lots of requests for focus and clarity. Rutilated quartz, and you can see that this is, while it's clear, it's got these kind of lines through it. You can at least see the one in the palm of my hand is a little easier to see. Those rutils can be like a silvery color or a goldish or a copper looking color. And essentially clear quartz with these rutils going through it takes energy and it helps to focus it. So this can help focus and clarify the mind. It aids in the mind-body connection, and it's thought to help focus healing energy exactly where it's most needed. And in addition to that, it's thought to help bring up physical energy reserves. So whether you're really run down or you're trying to make sure you don't get run down, this is a great stone. It's also a stone that, for all of those reasons, it's been considered a beautiful gift for anyone struggling with cancer, being that it gives you energy and it helps to focus healing to a specific place. So we want to think of also Korakar's stepfather in regards to this, that he's been struggling with colon cancer. So we're going to bring this in. But yeah, anyone that needs energy, focus, mind-body connection. Hey, Brindley, I hope you're well. What crystals to help plants grow? My favorite is Kambaba stone, which is actually fossilized blue-green algae. That works really well. There's a couple of other ones. Zoisite's another one. Some people suggest epidote, but Kambaba stone also works for connecting with ancestors. Yeah, Kambaba stone, this is what it looks like when it's tumbled. And when it's raw, it looks like this. I have a huge piece where all my plants are in the living room. But yeah, it's fossilized blue-green algae. So I'm going to go ahead and bring some in here too. May all of our plants grow well. Help giving yourself what you need. Gotcha. Mom's heart health. Unakite can be really supportive for cardiac health as well as women's health, in every way for women's health. So hormones, metabolism, menopause, prenatal, postpartum, all of it. Helps every aspect of a woman's life. It's also really great for addictions, particularly for quitting smoking. Unakite can be really helpful. But yeah, it's thought to help the heart, the circulation, and fluids in the body too. So that's Unakite. It's a very loving, grounding stone too. Amazonite can be helpful for making sure that you're taking care of yourself. It's great for self-respect and self-care, especially for people who tend to be geared more towards caregiving of others. This is also one that helps to support the health of the spine and the spinal nerves. So if you're having back issues, this can be really helpful. If you're having leg nerve issues, this can be really helpful. It's also just a beautiful stone for anyone that you know that tends to overlook themselves. So that's Amazonite. I'm also going to bring in fuchsite for that. This is one that helps, first of all, it helps boost the power of other stones around it, which is lovely. But it's also great for joy and self-care. And in general, it helps encourage play, encourage joy, and encourage us taking joy in whatever form of play that really fits our heart song. And so this is fuchsite. So I'll put that in there for you too. Let's do, there we go. It's also helpful for sleep disorders too. Hormones out of whack. Hormones out of whack. Unakite can be really good. That can be really good. Another one too is pink tourmaline. I rearranged my crystals. I had to make some more room for some of the newer ones. They were like spilling out the top. So now things aren't exactly where they used to be. It's thrown me off my game a little. Pink tourmaline is like the hormone stone, especially for women, but really for anyone. This is one that can also help with neuralgia and even migraine. But yeah, spinal surgeries, onset of any kind of shift in hormones too, especially puberty. And it's also helpful for muscle weakness and dispelling like a negative self-image. So that's pink tourmaline. And there we go. You're going through a breakup. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I've got a perfect stone for that. And it is right here, Rhodonite. Rhodonite is great for a grieving heart. It's thought of as like the breakup stone, but it's also like an unrequited love type stone. This also helps the lungs, so I hope that this helps Jen with the persistent cough too. But yeah, overcoming breakups, unrequited love, feeling like lost and alone after a breakup. It's also about healing the heart so that you can heal the grief and then reopen your heart to further love. So rhodonite can be really helpful. Rhodonite is pink with black. Some specimens will be more black than pink. Others will look more like this. Rhodochrosite is pink and white. That's a slightly different stone. But yeah, so here is rhodonite. And this is good whether like the relationship has ended or if someone has passed on and your heart is broken about it. So yeah, it works for either of that, but all the best to you. Intentions for more happiness and peace in your heart. I love it. The fuchsite is helpful, but I also want to bring in some snowflake obsidian. This is a great stone also for recognizing and reorganizing like not great patterns that we tend to repeat. This one helps overstimulation. It helps support the mind, body, spirit balance, that they all come into a great amount of harmony. And it also really helps with hope after loss, inner peace, serenity, and even clairaudience. And that's hearing with your ears or in your internal monologue even, but hearing intuitive guidance. So this is one that I really like for that. It's also one that's great for things like misplaced guilt. Like if you just have persistent issues around guilt, this can be a really helpful stone. But yeah, for inner peace, serenity, and hope after loss, which hopefully will help Athena, this can be helpful. And I feel like this could help Patty also. So snowflake obsidian. Apologies in advance if you hear any of the sirens going by. I may just cut the sound just a moment. think we're good now. I mean, Philadelphia is lovely for being surrounded by so many world-class hospitals, but it is not quiet because there's a lot of sirens to those world-class hospitals. So, yeah, can't really complain. I'm going to look back at Natalia's request. Abundance, purpose, fulfillment. Yeah. Let's do... I really love chrysocolla for this. And this is one that's been coming up for a lot of us recently. Chrysocolla is a stone that's about making decisions in alignment with your highest good. It also helps to encourage you to follow your greater purpose, your most spiritual purpose, and can really help you find new methods of creativity through that transition, which can really help you process feelings of letting go of some things and bringing in others, and all of that might be brought up. But yeah, when it comes to making decisions that are in alignment with like your best highest good, I love chrysocolla. So I'm gonna put a few of those around actually. There's 2 more chrysocollas. And yeah, I think that'll be helpful too. Also gonna bring in some labradorite. This can help calm disputes in customer service too, so just thinking of key for that. But also this helps better sleep, detailed attention to like details in lots of paperwork or any work that you might be doing, as well as clairvoyance, and that is visionary seeing, like intuitive sight, and that could even be in dreams. It also helps for joy and travel and just, you know, paying attention on a small detail. It helps with taking in a lot of information as well. So I hope that this is helpful. And if anyone needs to sleep a little better, that can be a good one. Let's see what else we have. You're so welcome, Natalia. Let's see what else we have here. Okay, and Chris had some good requests, and we've incorporated a few of those. Let's bring in some pyrite, some moonstone, and some iolite. So iolite can be really helpful. Also with any kind of intuitive guidance, but also with sleeping better, any kind of intuitive sleep disturbances as well. It's also one that's thought to be helpful if your goals include weight loss, and is also thought to be helpful to help break a fever. So we've got some iolite here. We've also got some pyrite. That's another good one for bringing in abundance. Fool's gold brings the real gold, but there's so many wonderful things that pyrite does. I definitely want to keep in mind Korakar's mother and a request that's been ongoing by our regular there to surround her mother with lots of practical wealth, abundance, and reassurance there. But this is also one that can be helpful when you're opening up to intuition. It can be such a mixed bag. Like you're opening up and you're asking for things to come through, but also you're asking for protection. So it's like, yes, come on in, but not that. This is one of those stones that can help set that kind of, yes, I want to hear the really good grounded wisdom, and I don't want to be vulnerable at the same time. This can be really helpful with that. It's also helpful with calling in financial abundance, and it's thought to be really helpful for the brain and memory and for the side effects of radiation treatment. So we'll bring this in. And Moonstone is superb for connecting with the cycles and rhythms of nature, which can also help plants to some extent. This is connection to the lunar cycles, as well as divine wisdom, older learning. If you're learning any kind of older spiritual practice, this is a really great stone. Attracting love as well. But yeah, if you're getting a lot of the High Priestess in your tarot readings, this is a stone that I always equate with the High Priestess, sort of like old mysteries, deeper knowledge, wisdom, and knowing, understanding the cycles of nature. It's a very wise stone. It's also great for intuition in general and releasing patterns, much like peridot is. So we'll go ahead and bring that in. If you're having a hard time accepting divine timing, this can be a great stone for that too. And for those of you who are new, I'm here 5 times a week. The days and times are listed in the description below, but I will be back later today at 8 p.m. and I'll be back at 8 p.m. on Sunday too. And all of those are East Coast US times. But yeah, if anyone has any other requests, you can go ahead and make them known too. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. And I do have some more for Chris as well. Aragonite with Caribbean blue calcite, aqua aura, blue kyanite. That's a good call. Yeah, for those of you that are looking for like guidance, blue kyanite can help us to understand the guidance once it comes in. Because I don't know about you, but sometimes it's like, I feel like that's a message, but I don't know what they mean by that. You're not alone. It's okay. I've been reading tarot for years. I've been using my intuition for many years. I still sometimes just don't understand what's coming through. Blue kyanite can really, really help with that. It's also great for supporting you to radically accept yourself and love yourself exactly as you are, which is really just total spiritual alchemy given the world we live in. It's also thought to be helpful for those who are struggling with neurological issues that might impact speech or mobility. So blue kyanite, we'll bring this in. For those of you who want to continue to move along that path of discovering and learning what's in your highest purpose and how to get there, Aragonite with blue Caribbean calcite is another great stone. So this is actually 2 different types of calcite together, the blue and those stripes of like tan brown. The tan brown is Aragonite. That works with the root chakra and the earth star chakra, which is an energy center beneath the root. And it's very much connected with how we enact our soul's purpose. So the ways that we show up in the world and actually do things and reach out to people, etc., that have to do with bringing our soul's purpose forward and like kind of putting the rubber to the road in that sense. The blue, the Caribbean blue calcite, is pretty much opposite that. It works with the crown and the soul star chakra, which have more to do with kind of like the highest possible version of our soul's purpose. And so connecting with that helps us to just sort of get that intuition of just knowing where to go, of having an idea of what we're to meet, and getting that sense of, I feel like this is my spiritual purpose. That's your soul star. So this, being that it works with both, it helps to balance both areas, and it helps to balance what's between them, which includes all of the other chakras, the rest of your energy center, and the Kundalini energy, which lays dormant at the base of your spine. So this is a really beautiful combo stone that you can use to help support that. There's quite a bit of it being mined right now, and while the specimens I have are a little bit more opaque, you can see quite a bit of the light coming through. A lot of what you might see if you Google it, if you're looking to purchase it, I don't have this one in my crystal shop. Unfortunately, if you do want to see my crystals, it's learnreikiphiladelphia.com/shop. I don't have this one in stock right now, but if you do look for it online, don't be surprised if you see it as a bright, solid blue that you can't see light through, and then kind of like a tan going through it. Aragonite and blue Caribbean calcite. It's a really beautifully potent stone. And Natalia, your daughter's expecting baby number 2. Congratulations. Blessings for a healthy pregnancy and baby. Absolutely. Unakite is wonderful for that. Absolutely wonderful for that. There's also some other ones that are great, including rhodochrosite. This is mother-child bonding. Really helps with that. It's also great for the heart and circulation, which I know a few people have requested. Telepathy, connection to your ancestors, asthma, and even stress headaches. So this is rhodochrosite. This is rhodonite. It's pink and black. Rhodochrosite is white and pink. So that'll help. But yeah, this is Unakite. Definitely helps with prenatal, pregnancy, postpartum, the whole traverse of it. So let's go ahead and put this here. Yeah, we'll put that nice big piece there. And let's see. Also wanted to bring in for Patty, jet. Jet is a superb stone for grief. It's actually wood that's been fossilized through very high heat, usually volcanic activity, and it helps you to be within your grief and really be in it, but in a way where you can still process it and access it. Sometimes in grief, we're so overwhelmed that it's almost like paralysis, or like we couldn't even feel anything if we tried. This helps you to be present with that grief without being overwhelmed or numb, so that you can actually be with yourself through that time and really start to process things. So jet for sure. I'm going to go ahead and put a piece here. Oh, you're totally welcome, Natalia. And I think we're at that time. So here's the fun time before we transition into just receiving the healing wherever you happen to be. I like to go ahead and select a few stones that I think would enhance the grid and support everyone's requests. And you all get to vote on which of those we actually use while I explain what Reiki is for anybody who's new. Now, before you worry about like, oh no, which one do I pick? I don't want to pick the wrong one. You can't pick the wrong one, number one. And number two, you're not limited to just one vote. Hint, hint. So take that as you will. But yeah, I'm going to take a look. I'll see which stones might like extra complement all the requests we had today. And then I'm going to have you take a vote on it. So just bear with me one moment while I take some selections here. So here's my ideas. Hey, Vincent, welcome in. Good to see you. So first option is orange sunstone. This helps us to basically, as we visualize all the possibilities that the future holds for us, of course, there's always this chance that we're holding ourselves back or selling ourselves short because we think of ourselves down here, when really we're way up here. Sunstone helps us to place all of our preconceived limitations on ourselves aside while we allow ourselves to envision the brightest possible version of our future. It's like it reminds us not to play small because we did not come here to play small. So we've got Sunstone. The other that we have is, I thought since Unakite came up a couple of times that it was already on the grid, I thought to add a little bit more, and specifically this lovely round sphere. So again, Unakite helps with hormones, especially women's health, happiness, pregnancy, fertility, menopause, and also quitting smoking, as well as the heart health, cardiac health, and the fluids in the body. Now, you're not limited to just one vote, meaning, I'm just going to put it out there, take a look at the chat. Pretty soon you'll see what normally happens, but yeah, go ahead and vote. And while you're doing that, if you haven't already, please go ahead and hit that like button. That really helps people to find my channel, which I super appreciate. I'm going to quickly explain what Reiki is about, and then we will get started. So let's see, what is Reiki? So as I mentioned at the opening, my name's Danielle Stimpson. I'm the owner of Learn Reiki Philadelphia. If you want to learn more about me, my live online Reiki certification courses, community Discord, one-on-one distance Reiki sessions and tarot readings, and my crystal shop at learnreikiphiladelphia.com/shop. All of the links are down below and at my website, learnreikiphiladelphia.com. Additionally, through Tuesday, there is a spring equinox sale. It is $35 off of Reiki 1 and 2 classes and 15% off any crystal purchases $25 and over. The coupon code is Equinox 2023. So Equinox 2023. And I will type that in the description too. So what is Reiki? The style of Reiki I work with most is known as Usui Reiki, and Usui Reiki is named after its founder, Mikao Usui, and he created this particular style and approach of working with this energy in the early 1920s in Japan, when Japan was under Meiji Emperor rule and was under imperialism. This is a highly spiritual yet extremely secular approach to working with this energy. So what is energy? The concept of what the energy is in this respect, we can take a good look at Shintoism, or the indigenous spirituality of Japan, in which everything has a soul. People, planet, plants, animals, everything has a soul. And every soul is interlinked. And within that interlinking, there's additional forces at play that help support all of us. One of those being a spiritually guided soul energy or life energy. And that's what translates roughly to Reiki. So I'll be taking this energy and connecting to it using Usui's methods and directing more of it to you to support your greatest healing good. And when I say more of it, I mean that because this energy is already flowing through all of us, whether we're aware of it logically or culturally. If you have a place for this energy or not, it's still flowing through you. Your body, mind, and spirit work with it all the time to support your greater good. As I'm working with you and sending you more of this energy, you may become more aware of your body, mind, and spirit. You may feel some physical sensations. You may feel some emotions rise up or become released. Logically or in your mental space, you may have a really great opportunity to think some things through that you haven't been able to resolve, or even hear your subconscious. And on the spiritual level, you may get some sudden clarity or intuition. Whatever the case might be, I encourage you to just enjoy it. You may also just have a really great nap and feel lighter, which is also amazing. But generally speaking, whatever you need most, whatever your body, mind, and spirit know that you need most today is exactly what's going to start to happen. So you don't need to keep your mind silent. Go ahead and hear yourself. If something comes through, it's probably meant to be there. You don't have to keep your mind focused on anything. You don't even have to be awake. If you feel like you might let out a couple of snores, awesome. There's no wrong way to enjoy this time. You can lie down with your eyes closed, sit up in a comfy place. You can combine it with meditation or yoga or anything, even journaling, or you can just sit comfortably wherever you happen to be. Feel free to get up and get anything you need at any point in time. The energy is still going to flow. And if you feel like you get distracted or something like blows your zen, just take a deep breath in and out and you'll sink right back in. I will send Reiki to all of you who are here for 25 minutes, during which I will turn the lights down and the music up. If you like the music, and I hope that you do, our musical creator is another content creator here on YouTube, and you can find her link at the bottom of the description so you can check out her channel. The lights will move slowly and gently between several different colors, but at no point will they flash or strobe. At the end of the 25-minute session, I'll reopen the chat. I'll ask you if you have any questions, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. You can also share any experiences that were meaningful to you if you like. And if you're watching this on the replay or watching it in the future, hello from the past, you're going to have just as much fun and healing as if you were here with us. And that's because as we are all interlinked, it doesn't matter where we are, and it doesn't matter when we are. So whenever you're finding this video, just have the intention to be open to feeling the energy, and you will. And for all those of you who are here live, if ever you need a little bit of Reiki and I'm not live, go ahead and find our past live stream healing playlist. There's over 200 installments where you can pick by the crystal grid we built together and just go ahead and either listen to the fun crystal healing in the beginning or skip right ahead to the healing and just enjoy a beautiful healing soundtrack for yourself. Thank you so much for being here today. It is an honor and a pleasure to have you here. And again, if you haven't already, please consider liking the stream. I'm going to go ahead and jump over back to the grid so that we can get ready to enjoy the Reiki healing. Awesome. So what did we get? Both Sunstone and Unakite. I think it's an even. We always end up doing both. It's always both. We've never said no to a crystal. So I'm going to go ahead and put this Unakite right here in the middle. And I'm going to take these orange Sunstone, place them here and here. And Vincent, if Korakar is there with you, send my love to Korakar. And yeah, so everybody go ahead. Thank you for being here. Chill, find a lovely, comfortable place. I'm going to start sending some Reiki to you. I will see you all in 25 minutes. Enjoy your session, and I will see you soon. I invite you now to take a deep breath and slowly come back to your body. If you'd like, you can take a few gentle stretches. And slowly come back. Thank you so much for being here with me today. It was an honor and a pleasure. And if you have any questions or anything to share, I invite you to go ahead and use the chat. Thank you all for inspiring such a beautiful grid. And I certainly hope that you had a beautiful session. Yes, welcome back. Natalie, good to see you. Patty, good to see you. And Jen, so glad that your conference went well. And that you only coughed once. You were definitely represented here. Jen, we put out some sodalite for you and other things that help with the lungs, rhodonite and carnelian and pyrite. Oh, it's good to see you, Patty. Patty, we definitely put in some jet for you and a couple other stones with you in mind. So if you watch it again later with Key, you'll see what I mean. You're welcome, Natalie. And thank you everyone so much for being here. Thank you, Sherry. Yeah, I'm here 5 times a week. You're always welcome to drop in and enjoy. And you can always enjoy the past healing live streams. I also have a little bit of a surprise that's going to drop for all of you on Monday, just in time for the spring equinox, so keep an eye out for that. If you're subscribed with notifications on, you'll definitely know about it. And as I mentioned in the break, I do have, oh, you're welcome, Brindley. I do have a sale going on for the spring equinox and for St. Patrick's Day in good measure. Currently, it's 15% off all Reiki charged crystals in my crystal shop. Any purchase over $25, use coupon code EQUINOX 2023. And the same applies to all of the spring Reiki 1 and 2 courses. You can save $35 on each course with coupon code EQUINOX 2023. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat. You're welcome, Susan. I'm really glad that was helpful for you. Thank you for letting me know that. I hope it's helpful. Natalia, thank you. We appreciate you too. You're welcome back anytime. W, Goddess of 4, and Lisa, it's wonderful to see you all again. So my website is so all of it is in the chat. If you are signed up for my newsletter, by the way, you can sign up for my newsletter from the link in the description. You may already have this in your inbox. So, but thank you. Yeah, the dry weather is starting to get to Jen. I also am, even though it's like kind of moist and dreary here, I find that I have to put the humidifier on often or else I'm coughing. But yeah, as a reminder, I am back tonight at 8 p.m. and I will be back Sunday at 8 p.m. So enjoy your St. Patrick's Day and your spring equinox if I don't see you. But if you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, this was a beautiful grid. Thank you all so much for the lovely chill vibes. I know it's, a bit of a hectic day for so many folks. It was just wonderful to have so many new folks and so many returning all together. Oh, that cool breeze does feel nice, though. I'm a bit of a polar bear. I do really like the cooler weather, and that breeze is like perfect for me. I have the window open. So thank you all so very much. It was wonderful to see you all here, and such a wonderful experience getting to hang out in a nice Reiki space with so many good folks. You're a polar bear too, W? Yeah. You like snow? Me too. I mean, I don't drive, so it's easier to like it. I live in a city where it's like, if the trolleys aren't running, nothing's happening. You're welcome, Grace. It's good to see you. I hope you had a good week. Awesome. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and wind things down on my end. We'll be back at 8 p.m. tonight and 8 p.m. Sunday night. And as usual, I'm also here Tuesdays at 8 p.m., Wednesdays at 4 p.m. So, as always, it's beautiful to share this space. Thank you all for being here. Thank you all for clicking like. Thank you to all the new subscribers. And thank you to everyone who's returned for all of your ongoing support. I really appreciate it, and it really means the world to me. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your afternoon or evening, wherever you happen to be. And do we have a cat visitor coming up? You want to say hi? And I think we have some pause to say goodbye. Gertie. Yeah, here. I'll give you some cuddles. So I hope to see you again soon. Take care and bye for now.